a win, we are going to turn the world in a 80. Be a big magic rise.
Remember.
I tell you now. Hey, stop your chatting. Don't give me no chats in there.
One jest.
Come here.
One jest. Man that love. Man that love.
Yeah, yes.
Alright.
Yeah, lock your mouth. Remember my MP. Mistress, no for them a two lights and switch. Them can't get away. No talk.
One jest.
The real PMP, we murder people from a party. No talk.
Yeah, so you remember this man, you know, I'd send the threat that, you know, he says he's gonna murder people from a party, that the PMP. So he was sending death threats to the people of Balaclava and its environment if they did not vote for his candidate, Zolika, just a PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization candidate, in which I had endorsed her in the contest against thief in Current Spencer. And that's an alleged thief, he's a thief. And I told the people in Silo and adjoining areas to vote for her. Reason being is that I know that Current Spencer is a thief. I used to station at Silo, and I had left my mark there, yes, as a young police officer. Young police officer and the youngest police officer at the station at the time, in which I have done something which even all the police officers that were, you know, they would not do what I have done. You know, so my impact that I have left there is still lasting because people remember me. I was a young police officer then. You know, people stand and they ill above the police station and they watch a shootout in real time. Yours truly and a gunman. He was able to shot a policeman by the name of Paul Garcia. And the policeman is such a wicked man that the man, it's on the channel, the man said that he's the one that sent the criminal to the departure lounge. In which is a police officer. At the time he wasn't a police officer, but he's from the community. He had to send a voice note to tell the policeman to thank me for saving his life. That goes to show you how people are wicked. But guess what? That policeman, his name is Paul Garcia. He's from Senton. He used to live in Kingston 13. Went to Norman Manley with Robert Walker. You know, Robert Walker, they call him Walker Dog because his mouth was always dripping. That is Melanie Walker's uncle. And the reason why this policeman did this is, I don't know why. None. You know, only thing I know that he's just a narcissistic and a pathological liar. So now that this man is in custody and we're happy to know that the police had arrested him. So we're gonna let you, those of you who haven't listened to the video in its fullness, anytime we tell you that there is a video or information, it's always in the video. And we notice that some people don't watch the video in its entirety, and I'm appealing to all of you guys to watch the video to the end, because as I said before, whatever you learn here, you can save it, because decades to come, it will be very, very helpful to your offspring and to you. So you watch, you listen, and you decide. It's a beautiful day, and we're very happy that the police had arrested this man, because he was a threat. He's a threat to all of us.
We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender. It's all about the young police from Jamaica. See Young Police Channel. Big up yourself. Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of.
If you are tired of seeing criminals get away with murder, tired of hearing excuses for the wicked, then it's time to take action. Hit that subscription button now and stay in the loop with the Jamaica Young Police Channel. We are not here to sugarcoat. We are here to expose the truth, injustice, and make sure the real heroes get the recognition they deserve. Don't wait for the change. Be the change. Subscribe, like, and let's make some noise and hold those criminals accountable. Justice in action. Speak up. Crime must fall. And remember that we have a go inside this description box and you'll see various links to various things for the Jamaica Young Police channel. JamaicaYoungPoliceChannel.com. You will see articles and stuff like that. Those who like to read, and we continue to give you guys exceptional material over here. So, moving on. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. You know that this guy is a tough guy, so more or less he's not gonna cry or complain about being arrested and charged by the police or sending threats via the internet. And I know that most of you remember this man. Yes, the very same man who stood boldly in front of a camera wearing an orange shirt with ZELLE just face on it and declare, "Me a real PMP. Me will murder people for my party." And he said it with passion. That's how these people are. They believe in violence. They believe that if people don't do things freely, it must be coerced and it must be done through fear. That's the reason why I denounce the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. It's a terrorist organization. It's not a political party. Political party have ideas. They don't. The only thing they know how to do is breed criminals like chinks. So let those words sink in. When him said, "Me a real PMP. Me will murder people for my party." Those are not empty promises, those are threats. A man openly pledging to murder in the name of politics. A man willing to shed the blood of his own Jamaican brothers and sisters just to secure a seat for the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. And for a white man who was born in Britain, all of his children born in America, for him to make way for this white man to become prime minister. A black man. And you can see him. He's not one of the thinnest, black man. You understand what I'm saying? You can see that his life has been rough. Just looking at him. But you don't have to ask. This is a man whose IQ is like a stone. Most PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization supporters and voters, they have low IQ. And today he's sitting in police custody, arrested, exposed, the mask of loyalty ripped away to reveal the naked face and height of wickedness. In Jamaica, sending death threats is no joke. Under the Cyber Crimes Act and other provisions of Jamaican law, any man or woman who uses the internet to send threats of death or bodily harm commits a serious crime. This is not just idle talk. It carries years of prison time. And I say with conviction, I hope you get the maximum sentence. Because every time a politician's thug is allowed to threaten the people without punishment, democracy dies a little more. And if the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization is the tree, then this man is one of its rotten fruit. A fruit dripping, not with sweetness, but with venom of hatred. The PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization history of violence. Let us not fool ourselves. This is not new. From the 1970s through the 1980s until it rehashed itself. August 2023 by this big belly white man from England. Bloodbath. The PMP has been a party of guns, garrison and grief. The 3 Gs. Guns, garrisons and griefs. It was under their reign that entire communities were turned into war zones. Mothers bury sons, brothers kill brothers. And who benefited? Not the poor people, not the communities. The politicians did. The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization gave our young men guns instead of jobs, bloodshed instead of books, and coffins instead of classrooms. This man, the one who said he was willing to murder for the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, is just carrying on that tragic tradition. He's living echoes of Michael Manley's poisonous legacy. Now, some of you may ask, why do this man matters? He's just a thug, right? Wrong. He matters because he represents the culture of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization still feeds.
A whole lot of riot in a Malakio. You think I'm joking? Riot. Watch this come over the riot.
One miss just now. So you all crew and the whole team.
Come on, man. I don't get
The love is
I'm an MP. Don't know Mr. Fisher office this. I say we're gonna win, we are gonna turn the world in a 80. Be a big matic, alright.
remember.
I tell you now. Then you, hey, stop your chatting. Don't give me no chat in there.
One just.
Come here.
One just. Man that love. Man that love.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Alright.
Yeah, lock your mouth. Remember my MP. Mistress, no for them a chat. A two lights and switch. Them can't get away. No talk.
One just.
Yeah, real PMP. We murder people from a party. No talk. Yo, take it off. Yes, I say me, and you should have win in a balaclava. Me, I tell you, a whole lot of riot in a balaclava. You think I'm joking? Riot. Watch this, come over the riot.
One miss just now. So you all crew and the whole team.
Come on, man. I don't get
The love is
I'm an MP. Don't know Mr. Fisher office this. I say we're gonna win, we are gonna turn the world in a 80. Be a big matic, alright.
remember.
I tell you now. Then you, hey, stop your chatting. Don't give me no chats in there.
One just.
Come here.
One just. Man that love. Man that love.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Alright.
Yeah, lock your mouth. Remember my MP. Mistress, no for them a chat. A two lights and switch. Them can't get away. No talk.
One just.
Yeah, real PMP. We murder people from a party. No talk. Yo, take it off. Yes, I say me, and you should have win in a balaclava. Me, I tell you, a whole lot of riot in a balaclava. You think I'm joking? Riot. Watch this, come over the riot.
One miss just now. So you
No, this is a culture where hate is loyalty. A culture where intimidation replaces ideas. A culture where violence is the campaign strategy. And ask yourself this: if a supporter is this bold to promise murder on camera, what do you think the leadership whispers in shadows? Silence on Zulika, Jess. Silence on Mark Gomabia Golin. Silence on Peter Bunting. Silence from Steve McGregor, former police officer. And silence on the party hierarchy. Their silence is complicity. Jamaicans, this election is not about orange versus green. This election is about life versus death. Yes, this election is about life versus death. Progress versus backwardness. Hope versus fear. When you step into that polling station, or booths, or what you want to call it, remember the words: me will murder people from my party. And remember that voting for the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization is a vote for hate, a vote for wickedness, a vote for men like him who believe power is earned through terror. We are descendants of warriors: Sham Sharp, Paul Bogle, George William Gordon, Taki. and Marcus Garvey. These men fought and died so we could live free, not so we could become slaves to party dance and political thugs. So today, let us draw the line. Let us say with one voice, never again will Jamaica be threatened into silence. Never again will politics be drenched in blood. Never again will we choose hate over hope. The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization wants your vote. I say deny it to them, because your life, your children's life, and Jamaica's future are worth far more than any political party of violence. Stand up, speak out, and when the time comes, vote against hate, vote against wickedness, vote against the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. Protect democracy, reject violence. Share this video now to spread the truth, spread the word that we at the Jamaica Young Police channel support law and order. Jamaican people, open your eyes and see what is happening before us. Notice carefully that the leadership of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, including their candidate Zuleika Jess, has remained awfully silent. A man boldly wearing an orange t-shirt with her face and name plastered across it looked straight into a camera and promised to murder Jamaicans if she did not win. His words were not a slip-ups, not jokes, not idle talk. They were terroristic threats against his fellow citizens. And yet, to this day, Zuleika Jess has not come forward publicly to denounce or reject his statements. Not one word of condemnation, not an ounce of outrage, not even a whisper to distance herself or her party from the vile promise to turn Jamaica into a killing field. This is not democracy. This is terrorism. When a political party allows its supporters to declare violence in their name and the leadership stays silent, that is not democracy at work. It is terrorism. It is fear politics. It's a signal that the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization thrive not on ideas, not on progress, but on intimidation and bloodshed of innocent Jamaicans. What does their silence tell us? It tells us that deep down, they are comfortable with this kind of rhetoric. It tells us that their brand of politics is not about unity, but about terror. Let us call it as it is. The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization is like a nest of vampires, feeding not on ideas, not on solutions, but on the blood and suffering of the poor. They are predisposed to criminal tendencies, drawing life from violence, thriving in fear and dancing in the shadows of intimidation. A true leader would have come out within hours of that video surfacing and said, "This man doesn't represent us. We reject violence, we want peace." But instead, silence, complicity, agreement by omission. As Jamaicans, we have a duty to ourselves and our country. We cannot be naive. We cannot treat this lightly. We must see this silence for what it is, a betrayal of democracy, an endorsement of criminality. The PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization has shown us once again that they are not fit to lead, they are not fit to govern, and they are certainly not fit to represent decent, law-abiding Jamaicans. So when time comes to vote, remember, a party that cannot reject violence is a party that endorses violence. A candidate that cannot denounce terrorism is a candidate that accepts terrorism. And a silence in the face of evil is as guilty as the evil itself. Jamaica, let us reject the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization. Let us stand against them and their culture of hate and terroristic hack. I know these people. I have seen them, grown around them. I know they think. Let us stand against the culture of hate. and wickedness, lies, evil. Let us protect democracy, peace and progress so that Jamaica can be prosperous. Because if we do not, then we are handing over our future to a party of vampires, bloodsuckers and criminals who care nothing about the people, only about their grip and power to commit crimes against the Jamaican people and to rob the people's coffers. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.